Heard me say this before, but it's definitely worth repeating and mentioning again, probably multiple times. After the discovery of infidelity or a betrayal or broken trust, the person who stepped outside the relationship wants nothing more than to quickly get past it. Leave it in the past, brush it under the carpet, quickly heal and move on. And the person who is on the other end, the betrayed, they absolutely are consumed with thoughts, triggers, and questions. And this poses an issue because one, it's like, putting magnets opposite ends. It's like, the more you move in, the more somebody's moving away. So, and oftentimes what happens is that the person who has questions asks questions nonstop, understandably, and they ask the same question over and over and over. And so what happens is the person who stepped outside the relationship, they might have, a gas tank of 2 gallons. And so they're able to answer a question or two. Then after that, they're running on fumes, and that's when they start to sigh and huff and puff and roll their eyes and get angry and all this other deflection nonsense. So I suggest to my clients 2 techniques that are usually relatively helpful when it comes time to ask questions. Now, you have to be very, very mindful and mature because this is not easy, but I tell people all the time, nothing about healing after betrayal and trauma and broken trust is easy, fun, or fair. Okay, so the first technique is to ask when they have the capacity for a certain amount of questions. Listen, I understand you're brokenhearted. I understand you're devastated. I understand a volcano went off inside and outside your body and your home and your life. I get that. I'm just trying to get you what you need and deserve. Having said that, life is going on for everybody. There's jobs, there's children, there's stresses, there's bills, there's you name it. So if you just randomly start asking somebody questions about something that already brings up guilt and shame when they have, bills on their mind or kids are frustrating them or what have you, you're not going to get the best response, and you deserve the most honest, best response. So what you want to do is ask your partner, let me know when you have the capacity for a few questions. Number one, you're almost empowering them, and so that way they're going to overly, come to you more so and let you know what, I'm ready to talk. You've empowered them. Now listen, that might be infuriating to you. Like, why should I have to empower them? They stole my power. I get it. I understand. I'm just trying to get you what you need and deserve. Because like I said before, the person who stepped outside the relationship, they want to leave. They want to be so far away from that. They're not going to come to you and say, hey, listen. Well, I mean, maybe they will, but it's very far and few between. Hey, do you want to talk about what I did? Do you have any questions for what I did? Do you have anything, thoughts, blah, blah, blah. So you have to ask them, do you have any triggers? Do you have the capacity for a couple minutes of conversation? Or let me know when you have a couple minutes for the capacity of conversation. And the second thing is this. You got to come up with a time frame. It could be 7 minutes. It could be 17 minutes. It could be 37 minutes. But what you want to do is tell your partner, do you have 20 minutes to talk? And set a timer. And here's the reason for that. People often, especially if they're the ones that stepped out of the relationship, they only have the capacity for a couple questions. But after a couple questions, then they start thinking, oh my gosh, how long is this going to go on? How mad is he or she going to get if I continue answering these questions? Am I going to not go without physical connection because she's upset or he's upset? So you really got to give a time limit, because if you're told, listen, can we talk for 5 minutes? You can go in there with a full tank of gas for 5 minutes. But if somebody keeps asking questions and you don't know if this is going to go on for 4 hours, 4 minutes, 4 days, it's like, oh my God, I want to get out of this as soon as possible. So put a time frame on this. Now listen, you can talk every day. You can talk 6 times a day. If you want to talk 2 or 3 times a day, 15 minutes each, wonderful, plan that and put a time frame. But you got to put a time frame because it puts everybody in a state of relaxation. And the best answer you're going to get is when both parties are in a relaxed state. So ask your partner, let me know, please, when you have the capacity. I have a few questions. And then number 2, put a timer on, and you got to respect that timer, because if you respect that timer when it goes off, then your partner is going to be more apt to be patient and honest the next time you ask questions. This is not easy. This is not fun. This is not fair. Nothing about healing after infidelity feels good. But again, I'm just trying to get you what you not only want, but certainly what you need and deserve.